To end our read aloud, we are going to go on a virtual tour of the Eleanor Roosevelt National Historical Site, which is her house. And here we have another quote. The greatest thing I've learned is how good it is to come home again. Fallkill is a special place that serves as a window into Eleanor Roosevelt's private and public life. Its understated beauty, natural setting, and unpretentious amenities may appear surprising to first-time visitors because of its simplicity, a vision that seems incongruous with expectations for the home of one of the most influential women in American history. FDR, Franklin D. Roosevelt, which is her husband, purchased the parcel of land that would become Van Kill in 1911. Eleanor became acquainted with the property in the early 1920s, utilizing the east bank of the Fallkill for picnicking. Known for their love of outdoor activity and informal gatherings, the Roosevelts adopted the picnic spot as a favorite place away from the main house to relax in a secluded natural setting. Built on land her husband Franklin Delano Roosevelt, FDR, owned, 2 miles from the big house, Van Kill was both a retreat and center of advocacy and activism. Here she tested progressive ideas, discussed controversial issues, and inspired students and civil rights and labor leaders to debate and organize. She welcomed world leaders, hosted United Nations colleagues, and lobbied politicians. She shed new light on democracy, social, economical, and political justice, and peace with her prolific writing and gatherings of diverse people. The idea for Van Kill stemmed from one of these picnics with Eleanor Roosevelt's close friends, Marian Dickerman and Nancy Cook. During one lively discussion, FDR imagined small industries that could keep farming viable during hard economic times. Eleanor tested this idea. With FDR's consent, they decided to build a cottage and workshop. Financed with the women's income, Van Kill Industries revived handcraft traditions suitable for family-owned farms. Handcrafts such as furniture making, metalwork, and weaving added income, especially in winter. As a skills training program, Van Kill Industries later provided a model for new recovery programs. In 1936, the Van Kill factory was redone as Eleanor's home, and that of her secretary, Malvina Thompson. Once completed, the cottage became the nucleus of Franklin and Eleanor's overlapping network of friends and political associates. It was a place to entertain friends, political associates, and foreign leaders in a relaxed Roosevelt style. Eleanor wrote many of her 27 books, 2,500 articles, and over 550 columns here. Politicians journeyed here to seek her support and advice. After FDR's death in 1945, Van Kill became Mrs. Roosevelt's permanent home. In Van Kill's tranquil setting, Mrs. Roosevelt continued the tradition of convening people who shared her vision. Eleanor Roosevelt's legacy in human rights and world peace emerged from this simple place, Van Kill, her main home from 1945 until she died in 1962. Nourished her personal freedom and political independence. She described Van Kill as the place where I used to find myself and grow. When her husband contracted polio and was unable to walk unaided, Eleanor helped FDR get back into public life. She traveled widely in New York State when she was governor and later across the nation when he was president. She researched and investigated problems needing his executive attention. FDR benefited greatly from her humanitarian and social justice commitments. She faced criticism and threats for her stance on racial justice and other sensitive social issues. She continued this work throughout her life and became one of the most beloved figures of her time. Eleanor Roosevelt championed social welfare and civil rights, wielding influence through FDR and on her own. Her Van Kill Industries experiment, training out of work rural folk in traditional crafts, was a protocol for national New Deal projects. She traveled widely as First Lady to witness U.S. poverty and labor conditions and the ravages of World War II abroad. After FDR's death in 1945, she supported humanitarian causes. She led the UN Human Rights Commission in the landmark Universal Declaration of Human Rights. One of the most powerful and admired women of her time, her call for equal justice and equal opportunity, equal dignity without discrimination for all still resonates and inspires today. The end.